Hey guys, subscribe for daily content, and if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. There is nothing, I think, well, in my experience, there is nothing that has shown me how quickly I will contradict myself than being a knife enthusiast. Oftentimes I get to a point where I'm like, what I will and won't buy, what I want, what I don't want, it is set in stone. It will never change. I am only going to abide by my own firm, solid rules. And then those rules just blow away like wicker, just like potpourri in the wind, right? I feel like that is the case with so many of us, definitely. And I purchased something. I went exactly against. I went word for word exactly against what I said. I did the exact opposite, and here it is. I'm on a quest, and I plan to finish that quest. The quest is a quest that has had a big effect on me. Shut up and open the thing! Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. Make sure your notifications are turned on for the Metal Complex YouTube channel. Let's go ahead and open this up. This was a secondary market purchase, which is not normal for me. It's become more normal here over the last couple of months, but I don't necessarily think it's indicative of, a big change in my purchasing habits, but it had to be done. It had to be done. It had to be done. I made a statement about this knife. I said I do not want, now truthfully the steel is not ideal, but that's okay. But I said I don't want this texturing because that's not what I'm after, right? It looks painful. And somebody messaged me on Instagram and said it is not. You really have nothing to worry about there. And I will explain why I have done this, but first I want to give my thoughts on this knife. You were right, person from Instagram. You were right. It is nowhere near as aggressive as I thought. Okay, so what we have here is another Strider. Another Strider SNG. You were right, person from Instagram. You were absolutely, completely, and totally correct. This is a DGG or double gunner grip. Now, it is in 20 CV. There are quite a few Striders rolling around, new, used. A lot of the times the used ones and the new ones have off-centered blades, or sometimes there's like a digi-camo on them, which is fine. I know some people enjoy that. I'm not really a digi-camo fan. I don't necessarily need American flags all over it. I think that's fine if you like that. I like the American flag. I just don't need it like this big, like sideways on my knife, right? Or there's like serrations, or it's got some weird tiger stripe thing. I just wanted a plain black, and truthfully, like the DGG full titanium ones are great. But I thought, you know what? This is pretty good. All right. I typically don't like the standard hardware on these Striders, but I'm okay with this. The position of the pocket clip is good. Why did I buy this? I'll tell you exactly why. It's because ever since I bought the Sebenza and realized that I was, not totally wrong about it, but that my preferences, my opinion of it was not as severe, nowhere near as severe. In fact, I actually enjoy carrying the Sebenza. I thought, well, if I enjoy carrying the Sebenza, maybe I should actually make an effort to carry an EDC Strider. Well, I wanted to get the Strider that I wanted. So I got the Performance Series one, which is awesome. Now, if I could find this one, ideally not in the double gunner grip, but in like that chainmail texturing that they did like however long ago. I mean, they're so unbelievably rare. And to my knowledge, you only did 1 or 2 runs of the texturing I'm after. Well, I couldn't find it, so I bought the full titanium one, right? And the idea was to revisit, to truly EDC, because this has been a carry hinderer for a long time. Now that I've been carrying this guy, I thought, let's throw a Strider into the rotation and truly EDC this knife. Let's go back through these 3, the 3 originals from the Holy Trinity. Let's EDC them and then revisit it, give my updated opinions on my favorite overall for reasons outside of utility, and also give my opinion on which one is truly the best tool. Well, the problem that I've been experiencing with this guy, I really like it. I love it, actually. I've been having a great time EDCing this. It's just slippery. And I'm like, man, it is a noticeable thing. Like, this guy doesn't have any texturing on it, but the lock-in, for some reason, on the Sebenza, maybe it's the finish on the titanium, I'm not sure. The lock-in on this guy feels very secure. This is a secure grip, but it's so smooth. It's so smooth, and I'm aware of it every single time. There's a little part of my brain going, don't drop it, don't drop it. Not that I've actually had an issue, but, you know, that's the little voice in my head. The Hinder XM18 is textured, and the lock-in's, you know, very secure. I'm not really having an issue. I'd say this is the grippiest guy so far. So I thought, well, we got to do this fair, right? I don't want my opinions to be swayed by, like, if I'm going to do this correctly, like, I'm going to carry these, I'm going to rotate them out on top of the other stuff that I'm EDCing for review. But I'm going to really lean into rotating these three. And I have been. If I'm going to do this, and my opinions about, you know, utility and just which one's my favorite, it's gonna, all of my experiences, right, are going to go into that equation, then I really should get a version of the Strider that has enough grip and has enough texturing where I'm not worrying about that. And this is going to do it. I can tell you right now, this is absolutely going to do it. So, am I still going to EDC this one? Yeah, probably, but probably not as much. It's fine, right? I mean, I don't mind having two. I mean, this is now my third Strider in my collection. The other one's an SMF. But I don't mind having this one in my collection. In fact, I think it's really cool. I've really enjoyed it. And it's a, you know, it's a performance series, so it's from a collector's perspective, I'm happy to own that. But I need to be basing my opinions, I think, more on this one here. I think that's going to be a lot more fair. If somebody in the comments can tell me, because I did find this one on Strider's website, and that the original price tag of this all-tie, this more recent all-tie Performance Series SNG, I think the base price of that was like $725. I would actually really like to understand what Strider base pricing is from Strider, the factory. And it can be hard to tell because I don't know how outdated some of the listings are, and it's very like, however he feels like pricing it, right? What is the actual base price of a standard G10 in titanium SNG, right? Never mind what I paid on the secondary market. I overpaid for it for sure. That's fine because I'm in the middle of an experiment. I don't mind. I know Reeves pricing and I know Hinder's pricing like the back of my hand. I need to know Strider's pricing for sure. This will be the replacement now. He's tagging in for Titanium Boy in this experiment for full Titanium Boy. This is noticeably lighter. In fact, I actually really want to weigh these. The standard XM18 weighs something like, you know, 5, a little over 5 with the G10 scale. My full tie one here weighs about 6. The Sebenza weighs 4.4. How much does the Strider in full tie weigh? Strider full tie weighs 4.7. Strider G10 in tie, the lightest at only 4 ounces. Wow. Okay. Feels good. I don't know why. So like the part where I contradicted myself, I said, I don't want a, you know, number one, I don't want a G10 and titanium Strider. I don't want that, right? Like, put the whole freaking, this is just a piece of, you know, G10. It's got a, I guess it does have it. Does it have a separate backspacer? Yeah, I guess so. Like, you know, I like the Hinders because, they have a titanium liner on the side with the G10. This is just a piece of G10, right? Which people have been complaining about forever. And, I mean, hey, guys, listen, all that complaining we did, because I was right there with you. Why not put a liner under there? It's just a big piece of G10. You combine. We complained and complained and complained for how long have these been out? Look what it didn't do anything. It just, they still sell these and make them, and they sell a full tie one and they charge more for it, and that's it, right? I ended up with this, but I was like, I don't want that. Like, I want the full tie, so I obviously went against that. 20 CV, I still maintain that 20 CV is not the ideal blade steel for me, for this guy, but I think it's just fine, right? I think it'll work perfectly. I mean, not perfectly, but I think it'll be, it's not really going to make all that big of a difference. It more so, I think the cutting geometry of each knife, considering even though I'm dedicated to like rotating these 3 knives and using them, my use experience with pocket knives is very casual, and I'm doing very basic things with these pocket knives. So it would probably take me substantially longer, right, to really be able to tell the difference between the blade steels. And that's not really what it's about, because Strider, just like Hinderer, and actually Chris Reeve doesn't deviate very much. Strider uses lots of different blade steels, certainly the same ones that Reeve and Hinderer use, right? So there's no point in judging it too much on the steel. Rather, the blade geometry of the standard, your typical Strider blade, and just the general ergonomics and all of that. I want to judge it fairly. So the 20 CV thing's not that big of a deal. But I went against I said I don't want one with a DGG grip because it just looks crazy aggressive. And somebody messaged me and they said, it looks aggressive, but it's really not. Like, in fact, like the grip is pretty great, right? It is slightly sharp back here, but not bad. So, but I definitely don't feel the same, like, oh my gosh, I'm going to drop it like this guy, Now, I wasn't really feeling it. I'm just saying, I picked this up and don't immediately think, hang on to that because it's slippery. No. So now I have my 3 test subjects. Definitely. And I know a lot of people say, well, you got a full tie Hinderer. Shouldn't you go back to the standard G10 scale to like really make it even? No, because that's not really going to sway me all that much. Like the weight of it, like these are all still well within, even the Hinderer coming in at just under 6 ounces is still well within my normal carry parameters, right? The heft of the knife is not going to sway, my opinion. I'm very familiar with the XM18 without a titanium scale, right? The tie scale is my preference. So now I think we have an even lineup here, and I'm free to EDC these things and then, eventually get back to you guys with a full-length review on my final opinions. So this guy did come centered. It did come centered. That's great. Very happy with that. Does it have a tip? It sure does. It actually does have a tip. That's great. No blade play, anything like that. Detent. I think the detent feels about the same as this one. This one's a little more clicky. Yeah, about the same. This one's just not as audibly clicky. Yeah, I think that's going to be about it today, guys. Glad that I picked this up. It'll be interesting to find out which is truly, my preference for an EDC knife when I finally do the Holy Trinity, the final Holy Trinity video for this channel. That's going to be it, guys. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe, because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.